welcome to Clustered on the Rawkode Academy. I'm your host, David Flanagan, although you will know me across the internet as Rawkode. And we have a great episode of Clustered today with two fantastic guests. Before we move on to that, there's just a little bit of housekeeping. Please remember to subscribe to the channel. The button is right there. Click the bell and you will get notifications for all new episodes of the Rawkode Academy. Also, we have membership options available where you can join for a modest fee and have access to some of the new courses that are being released on a weekly basis. We are currently working through the InfluxDB complete guide. We also have a Discord server available at rawkode.chat where you can come and chat with 500 other cloud native and Kubernetes enthusiasts. All right. We're going to say thank you to our sponsor. Teleport has recently started sponsoring Clustered, and it's been amazing to work with them. We've used Teleport on Clustered since the very first episode. It's an amazing tool. You're going to see it in action as we debug these clusters. So if you want to support the Rawkode Academy, you can go to rawkode.live/teleport and check it out. You'll have a lot of fun. I promise you will love it. Okay, let's get started with some broken clusters and introducing our wonderful guests today. I am joined by Adam and William. Welcome to Clustered. How are you both doing?
Thank you. I'm great. And I'm Adam, and I'm working currently at GE Healthcare, but probably it's not too relevant anymore because I just resigned today. So,
congratulations. I mean,
yeah, I guess I'm enjoying something else. So,
awesome. Thank you, Adam. And William?
Hi, I'm William Lightning. I work for Field Medical Group, an ENT practice consultancy across the U.S. Our jobs are to be kind of the best in the business, and my job specifically here is to I like to think of it as greasing wheels. People come to me with problems, especially programmers, and I try and fix them, and I try and get them past whatever's blocking them. So I've always told people, you know, my specialty is to fix things, and today I'm a little nervous because now I have to prove it.
All right. So, I mean, I've never really asked anyone this before, so I'm going to put you both on the spot for the first time ever. But is it fun breaking a cluster, or is it scary? Like, what's your thoughts on that? Who wants to go first? William, you look like you're going to say something.
It was scary mostly because I'd never run kubadmin before this week, but it was a lot of fun once I got it going, and gave me some respect for the Kubernetes developers because it did a lot of healing itself as I went. So yeah, it's a lot of fun, but it was nerve-wracking yesterday at like 4:45, and I had to go home at 5, and my cluster wasn't broken.
Well, that is a problem. I mean, most people would celebrate that, but of course, not when you're coming onto cluster. What about you, Adam? Scary or fun?
yeah, absolutely. I had some idea how to break it, but unfortunately, two of my ideas didn't work for very different reasons on 1.22, because those are the current cluster. And also, I tried to, over the weekend, prepare for this because we migrated away from like 18 months from kubeadm-based clusters, and we used the clusters based on Talos. Those guys were here a few weeks ago. So I tried to install it in Oracle Cloud. I failed, so I'm not sure how it makes it justified that we switched, but I guess I didn't break it, that it cannot be fixed for sure. And also it could be done on Talos as well, but it would be much easier to detect because it has a much smaller attack surface than a regular OS. So.
All right, thank you. And also reassuring that it can be fixed. That's always nice to hear before we kick the episode off. So
there is two ways to fix at least.
All right. Well, no one's just yet. We're going to start that cluster in just a moment. So I'll just say that every time I reach out to people to come on and join us on Clustered, people are always really happy to come on and do the fixie bit, but people that really struggle to actually want to be able to break the clusters. And I always thought it would be the other way around. So it's nice to hear your opinions there. But enough with the pleasantries. It is now time for Clustered. So we are going to start with Adam's cluster. William, you and I are up first. We've got a slightly different setup today. William likes to keep notes as he debugs and works through problems. So you will see his notepad at the top right. We have teleport available here. I'm going to connect to the control plane node. William, if you could connect to that and give me an echo hello to let me know that you're there. And we will get started trying to fix Adam's cluster.
You can do it. There we go.
Yeah, don't run into problems already. That's not, there we go. Perfect. All right, so this is the kubedm clustered. I would suggest that you export the kube config and pick any command you like and see if we have a control plane. Is usually a pretty good first step. Oh, you've already got your commands there ready to go. Perfect.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Oh, well, that's already a bad sign. Scheduling's disabled.
But we do have a control plane. Like, not many people are that lucky. So let's take it. That's good.
All right, so we have Postgres. We have the pod there, get services. Oh, don't have my shortcuts here. All right, and we got our service. We got 3,000. So it should be running in its current form. I come from a kind of a development background, so I like to know things are working.
Would you like me to browse to the application and check?
Yeah, would you mind?
Happy to. So we have it exposed via teleport secure access. We click launch, and this should create up a nice secure tunnel. Our application is not working. I think Adam has been cheeky.
All right. Now we got first. Okay, so let's take a look at the kube system. Everything's running. So we have control plane, CoreDNF, Cilium, API server, controller, scheduler, and the, okay. So that's all the things I think I'm used to seeing as of yesterday or the day before. Okay, so.
Yeah, things like even the chat are like, this looks way too easy. But you know what? This is one of the most deceptive things in clusters, right? There's so much attack surface to break things that you just never ever know.
Famous last words.
Exactly. So there's no logs on the clustered pod if that's what you're going to do. I'm really sorry. I'm a terrible developer. There is no log output whatsoever on my crappy application.
Really? Okay, let's see.
I know.
Hey, there's log output.
It's not my image.
Well, that might explain a lot. Okay, so I get pods, and we'll do. Let's see. Can I tab complete? Yes. All right. What do we got here? Oh wait. Now supposedly scroll works on this. It does. All right.
Are you using the web client or the CLI?
I'm using the CLI.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Where's our image? Image ID, cluster D. So that doesn't seem right to me.
Yeah,
because
go for it.
That's somebody else's.
Yeah, that is not the Rawkode official stamped clustered released application.
Yeah, I'm like, that doesn't look right.
The chat is right there with you.
But what I have up is the Git repo, which does have the right image. Yeah, it looks but of course our scheduler is disabled, so I'm probably going to break this.
Well, sometimes you've got to, break it before it gets better.
Let's see here. This is what? Clustered. Can I do this?
Well, I would modify the deployment rather than the pod. So
Good
the pod
point.
spec will be immutable, so I don't think that will work.
Oh. That's okay. Oh, looks like somebody already applied it. Okay. Now this one, you'll be follow me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's I want to set image pull policy to always, but I shouldn't do that. Not yet.
You're scanning for more changes.
There's a lot of stuff here that, of course, we'll just start with that.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
And because we don't have a scheduler, or the scheduler is broken at least, I don't think it'll get beyond pending.
What makes you think the scheduler is broken?
Well, in the node, it says scheduling disabled for worker 1 and worker 2 there. So I don't know if that's a scheduler broken or if it's just tainted. I've never done anything with taint, so this would be fun.
It's either tainted or cordoned.
Oh, good point. Yeah. Node worker. I probably only need one of these. There's a taint, cluster D, app, no schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's also unschedulable true, which would suggest it's potentially cordoned as well.
Is there an idea of which? How do I remove a taint? How do I remove a taint? That's the good question. But this is what documentation is for.
So you can just do a kube control edit node and then the node name to remove the taint.
Ah, sweet. Let's see, worker. Start with 1. That way we have second one. Well, just a bunch of stuff here. Now, this unschedulable is not, I can change that, right?
You can, but I'd probably run kube control on cordon rather than modifying the spec.
Okay. So we're just going to drop these taints then. Let's try that.
Yeah, go for it.
Scheduling disabled, but that's a flag. Okay, so kube control uncordon.
Mm-hmm. And then just a node name. Avanash says, I wish I knew Kubernetes to understand all of this. Well, watch a couple of them. You'll pick it up pretty fast, I promise you.
Okay, that's ready. And we're running. So, how are we running? Are we running? All right. If you go to the web page, we can see something different.
You have connectivity issues. We are unable to reach the Postgres database. But progress.
All right, we're making progress. Okay, I'm going to do that to the other one, to the other worker. And all right, let's see. Oh, yeah, when I. Okay, let's try that. Oops, that's not the one I wanted. Nodes. All right. I haven't had to use my notepad much. This is strange. Okay. So Postgres. Let's see if we have any output from Postgres.
I love Russell's comment. Step 2 of X completed. Because you just never know how much is broken in this thing until you get to the end.
It's true. What do you mean pod not found? Oh, I'm looking at services. Wait, was there a service in your definition? I guess there probably was. Okay.
Yeah, the Postgres service is there.
Get pods. That's what I'm looking. Man, I cannot type.
Alias K. That's the greatest shortcut in the world. There we go.
Like that?
Yeah, and then just K everything.
These are ones I use a lot.
And you need to surround that in quotes.
This may trip me up because I'm so used to all my other shortcuts. But I'm giving myself at least one. Okay, so we want to do klogs postgresql. Now, does aliases break tab complete, don't they?
They shouldn't.
Well, it sure didn't want to do it. Okay. Database was shut down. Database is ready to accept.
That looks good.
Let's look at our definition, because this is a deployment, not a stateful set.
Are you sure? Because the name of the pod is -0, which was
you're right.
just a stateful set.
So we might have, pull up your thing, edit pod, or can I use that? No, I gotta do
STS.
STS?
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna remember that one. Describe.
Yeah, there's not one for mutating admission controllers or validating webhook controllers or configuration. Those are in dire need of.
I'm so glad that we have not run into that yet so far.
Yeah. Never too late.
Never is too late. You know what? Rather than describe this thing, let's edit it.
You're going to edit the stateful set? Can I ask you why?
Mostly because I want to see the YAML. I could do git. I could do git YAML. Type that into less.
Are you not happy that our stateful set is working and our pod is working?
Yeah, I mean, kinda. There's a liveliness probe. I mean, there's something wrong with it. Of course, I could hack into PostgreSQL, but then I'd have to install the PostgreSQL client or find the Docker container for that. And that sounds annoying. This should have. There's no storage though, right?
No. So I have this configured that it is actually the data is bootstrapped to an init container.
That's what I'm thinking, is that the init's missing.
But if you think back to the error message that we got on our browser here, it's unable to connect and timeout connecting to the database.
Someone finally mess with IP tables?
I hope not.
There, I'm going to put this in less so you can see my scrolling. Let's see here. Drop all anywhere. Cube firewall. I have a working cluster that I set up. I'm going to compare the output. Is that cheating?
No, you're definitely allowed to compare the output, and you can do whatever you want. There's almost no rules on cluster. Just don't break teleport. That's pretty much it.
And UTF-8, right?
Unicode. I would suggest maybe describing your service.
Okay.
I don't think we did that yet, right?
No.
Okay, so we do have endpoints, which means the service should be able to receive traffic on the DNS name, on the IP address, on the port, etc. So what could block that?
Okay, so our selector's good. Single stack 5432 5432. Okay. I agree, Russell. Let's see here.
Yeah, the chat notice. No cluster well. No UTF, no Unicode shenanigans, no etcd shenanigans, all the stuff that makes me cry.
See, I don't know if I can do this from the control plane, but can I ping these IPs? Probably not.
You should be able to ping the pod IP. Yes.
No, that didn't work.
You'll need to do it. So you could either add you'd probably want to execute inside the clustered container to do it.
Yeah.
Other than setting up weird networking rules.
Throw up.
Oh no! After your eBPF root kit on my machine last week, that is also banned. I'm going to have to publish the ban list, I think.
Yours is a Rust application, isn't it?
It is. There is a bash shell available in the thing, so you should be able to do a kubecontrol exec bash into the clustered pod, and then you should be able to. It's Alpine, so APK update and APK install whatever you need, but ping will be available by default.
Okay, so it is Alpine. Okay. Exec.
You're pretty quiet there, Adam. You having fun?
Yeah, I'm looking at how you try to debug my breaks. So if you need any help, then I can give some hints.
All right, so you now have a shell inside. You should be able to run ping Postgres. Oh no, that'll be the service. So ping the pod IP. Although I believe, and I'm sure Noel and Russell can help us out in the chat, that the ability to ping a service IP is coming in Kubernetes 123 or 124, which is really exciting.
Ooh. Okay, well that ping is not returning anything.
Okay, so yeah, you've got some sort of policy blocking traffic to that. Where do you want to look first?
I mean, Cilium is the...
I think that's a great idea.
All right.
One of my colleagues, but former guest on this show, gave me into trouble for leaving Hubble on all these clusters because he said it's too good at network debugging. People shouldn't have access to it.
Let's just do this. Path equals path colon home.
Why are you putting in this Cilium binary?
Well, that's our CNI, right?
Yeah.
And so that's, I don't know. It's the first thing I go to is what's the tool to use for the job. I get rid of that. No, I don't need. But of course that's happy from there because see, operator, it's the versions.
All right, we are halfway through. We've got 20 minutes left. I'm going to throw some suggestions out. I think the chat said this as well, but you should probably look for network policies on the Kubernetes API.
Yeah, that's right. Is that going to be...
You could do a -E and maybe just check all namespaces. Capital A, sorry. Okay, so there's no basic standard Kubernetes network policies. However, this is a Cilium cluster, so Cilium has its own types of network policies that we could check out. I don't remember them all off the top of my head, but you could run
CMP and CCMP, Cilium Network Policy, and Cilium Cluster Network Policy.
Yeah, all of those. So you could run kubectl API resources and grep for Cilium, and that'll give you a list of all the resources available. But Adam also just listed them.
Oh.
Hey Sam, welcome.
Yeah, CMP and CCMP. It's easy.
CCMP
And
dot,
like
right?
network policy. And like network policy.
Yeah, CCNP. Correct.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then there's a Cilium cluster-wide network policy.
This is the one. There is a CMP. That's the Cilium Network Policy. That's the namespace code.
Yeah, let's run kubectl API resources. Let's just get a list of them all. And no get.
That's right. And that's going to dump us a bunch of stuff. So let's talk about Cilium.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd start looking into these things. Okay, so CCNP is cluster-wide network policies. Thank you, Adam. But there's also CMPs. CNP.
CNP?
Yeah. I was really hoping it was a network policy, Adam. What are you doing here?
That obviously. Tell me if you need some hints, so I can help you out.
Okay, so let's talk about the symptoms here, William. We've got what we believe is a working clustered pod. We have a working Postgres pod. We have a service with endpoints. However, we cannot reach the database from the application. We've rolled out network policies, Cilium network policies, and Cilium cluster-wide network policies.
And we can get in to the other service, right? Because that's how we load the web page.
So Teleport creates a proxy and uses the node port service. So you could do a curl localhost 30,000 and you should see the same thing. Yep. And that delay there means we're going to get the timeout. Yeah.
Okay. So that's a node port. The other ones are cluster IPs.
Correct.
Maybe? I don't know.
So why don't...
I don't know. I'm trying to think here. What to do next? Oh my God. 16 minutes left here.
Loads of time. Loads of time. Let's edit the cluster deployment again. My hunch right now is, are we actually... In fact, it's hard-coded, isn't it? I think I hard-coded the DNS lookup. I don't think it's passed in through configuration. Because I'm a terrible developer.
All right, what am I looking at? I'm going...
I have no idea.
Basic check of DNS. Is the service named properly in the deployment for clustered?
Okay, so I think what we need some more network debugging tools. I would exec back into the clustered pod, and we probably want to start playing with the dig command.
Oh, okay. You want me to get back into...
Yeah, I think so.
Where'd you go? There it is.
Yep.
You said bash was available, right?
It is, yeah.
Sweet. Okay.
So let's do a... In fact, this might be a Debian. So do an apt update, see if it works.
Yeah, no, oh,
Okay.
hey,
So
it is
what,
Debian based.
can't remember the name of the package, so I'll just quickly guess and type. But I think I can never remember what it's actually called. I really should take note. There we go. DNS util. That'll give you the dig command. So now you can start to query core DNS and see if we're getting any responses.
Let's check resolve.conf.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
I can't see that on my local one. Here, let me clear this.
Yeah, that looks
Try
good.
and there we go.
Yeah.
It some of the teleport did weird stuff on my end. Okay, so that looks good. Dig Postgres.
Yep.
Nada.
Qualified just to be sure. Maybe need. Yeah, that's a problem.
Let's go look at our DNS. I'm going to pop out of this.
Yep.
Q. I do appreciate you keeping everything in the default namespace. It makes life easier. We won't do a -f. Core DNS.
Core DNS is also notoriously quiet. It doesn't particularly log too much, but it does have a config map in the kube system namespace that we probably want to explore. So I would get the config maps in kube system. And there's a core DNS one there. I see a honk.
A honk?
Yeah, I see a break. Got it?
Oh, there you go. Yep. But if we just edit this, it'll pick it up, right? Might have to go off the pod.
This is this wonderful thing that nobody in Kubernetes land likes. But when you modify the config map, you have to rotate the pods.
Yeah.
So annoying. Don't know why we don't have a controller for this yet. Or we do, and someone can share it with us.
There is one that was presented at KubeCon a while back. Someone had one that embedded the hashes.
Oh yeah, I see that a lot.
We do it with Helm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's someone who actually wrote a controller for it way back when.
Or you can just use file system notification. We use it in a couple of our applications, and it's working great. So, except that it's having a couple of false triggering when it's syncing from etcd, so you have to ignore a couple of file system events for reapplying the same permissions from etcd. So, but that's a known issue for a couple of years, so nothing to be unexpected.
You can always judge a person based on how they restart the pod. I am definitely a kube control delete all kind of guy, but I see that William.
You are
a very sensible approach in doing a rollout restart. I like it.
Yeah, so we have to remember things like deploy / core DNS.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, 50% of the time it's DNS, or always DNS.
Ooh. All right. 10 minutes, and we've got V1 working. If you refresh.
Not sure why my video is playing weird, but we do have the watch point. Let's try and get this upgraded.
Okay. All right. I feel like I should check the images on the on things, but let's just trust it and go. So we'll get the pods. Edit. Oh wait. Deploy. Cool. And I'm guessing we just need to edit this v2, v1 to v2.
Correct.
So just change that up for a 2. And apply and pray.
There you go.
All right.
And we have the dance. Well done, William. 9 minutes to spare. All right, great job. Well done. Adam, did we get everything? Was there anything that didn't trigger properly, or did we get?
Yeah, it should not work. What the? Yeah, it should not work.
Oh.
Can we get the kubectl get pods so wide?
I love it when
kubectl
breaks don't work.
Get pods so wide.
Yeah.
This is interesting. It should not work. Maybe I forgot something.
All right. Well, we look forward to the breaker notes and the repository, and we can see what was missed there. But good job, William.
I can even tell it right now.
Yeah, go for it. What we?
Yeah. So basically, I set up a Harbor instance somewhere, and I changed the containerd config to trusted certificate and changed the etc host files on the worker nodes, so it would resolve to my IP instead of GitHub. So,
I like it. That's my kind of break.
So you could pull the v2 image, but it was the same image pushed. I'm not sure why it didn't work. Maybe I forgot to change something.
That's sneaky.
So bad.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, but I guess you would struggle to find that because it would actually pull the image and it would look fine and everything.
Did you update the container config on worker 1 and 2 to do that redirect?
Yeah, I think I did. I think maybe I forgot to change in the worker to the etc host. I'm not sure.
Well, never mind. All right.
Yeah.
Let's switch clusters then. So we're going to kill this session.
All right.
So this, and I'm going to switch over to 1Password. Come on, not now. All right, I'll just do that over here. I don't trust typing my password into my live screen anymore. I've flashed it too many times.
I'm going to start my victory drink.
What have you got?
It's just a root beer. Just a simple mug root beer.
Why? All right. My 1Password is fine. I'm just going to copy it. Okay, so this is William's cluster. Adam, you're now pairing with me on this. I am opening a connection to the control plane node. If you could do me a favor, join our active session, and then we will check for a control plane. I get started there. I see my weird screen flash, which means I know what we're in. Perfect.
Okay, we are in. So let me install K9s.
I've seen that a lot lately. I think that's the second time we've had someone install K9s. I'm not sure what the pronunciation.
To be honest, I accidentally catch it when it was released like 2 days after it, and since that I'm a fan. So
nice. It's a very cool tool.
Okay, so let's check whether if export kubeconfig etc. Okay, let's check kubectl version. Okay, it's not accessible, so obviously something is going on, and I think even the IP address is not correct. So let's check. Okay, I could probably check in my cluster, but I assume that it should be localhost anyway. So let's check.
No, I think the IP is okay. That's the BGP advertised IP address.
Okay.
So that should be okay. I think we just don't have a running control plane.
Okay, we can check that for sure. Seriously, my keyboard is messing with me. So let's check that. CRICTL -r, and let me copy that. So pods, I think. So Cube API server is running, but the scheduler was messed with, so that's something to look for sure. So I think, where are the static manifests? I think in HTTC Kubernetes, right?
Yep.
Uh,
You need a CD.
yeah.
You always forget you're not in your local setup, and you expect some of that
Yeah,
stuff to work.
CD manifest as. And let's check what's going on with Kube Controller Manager. The image looks right.
Yep, looks okay to me.
Yeah, that's so why the API server is not running. Let's look into that. Kube API server. Okay, bind is correct. Nothing fishy. At least seems so. So something is going on why we don't have access. So William looked into IP tables, so I guess it might has to do with that. I think it's iptables.l or something like that.
Yep.
So or drop anywhere. I think that should not be there. Yeah, I think that should not be there. So I think it's how you edit. I always forget how to edit this stuff. So
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how to modify IP table roles myself. Typically, I would just flush them all. So anything that's not persisted, it would just delete, and then we will lose our Kubernetes and Cilium stuff. But a wee pod restart will fix that.
yeah, sure, we can do that. So
But then I am now infamous for breaking clusters more than I am fixing them.
yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to fix IP tables because I'm not that good with it. So I'm trying to figure out how to.
Do you want to flush them all?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can just do IP tables -f.
Okay.
And then when you run L again, you'll see we have a clean setup. So
okay, let's check again.
Yeah, that may fix our API server or may not. I don't know. I can see William sniggering.
Yeah, let me try to kubectl version. It still doesn't work. So it's still refusing. What else it could be?
So I play the game, Russell. Okay, so yeah, that didn't work. So we took a look at the API server manifest, right?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I just pop it open again?
Sure. It was cut off. Okay, that was weird that it's so.
I don't see anything that concerns me yet. Maybe we should take a look at the API server logs.
Yeah, sure. So we can check with, I guess it's less var logs, not Kubernetes.
Containers.
Container.
You can just pods, but the redirects are a bit tricky. Containers is a lot easier.
No, it's no var log. That was the issue. Kube system, Kube API server, and Error while dialing.
Okay, so the API server cannot speak to etcd.
Yeah, so maybe then something is going on with that CD. Let's check that.
What was
Okay,
rule
so
3, audience? Don't fuck with etcd, right? I think that's what it was.
yeah, that's evil. Advertise client URL. Maybe that's correct.
Was etcd running when you did the cry control command? I don't remember.
Yeah, we can check that for sure. Yeah, it was running.
You're
We can
very
check the log.
calm, Adam.
What?
You're very calm.
Why I would stress more than I need to? So
No,
I'm
I
already
like it. I
pretty.
like it.
I mean, I already a little bit pissed that my break didn't work as intended, because that would be a fun to watch, that to figure out why you don't find the V2 pod. But anyway, it's
Next time.
what the fuck. Let's check why it's. Cube system etcd. Okay. It's ls. I'm stupid. Okay, so the recommended permission, unprivileged access to data. So I guess it has been messed with etcd. So the permission is 755, but the recommended permission is 700. So okay, let's check the etcd folder, I guess, which should be okay, where etcd stores the data. Let's check the manifest again. So let's etcd YAML, and this is, where is the data? Am I stupid, or I just don't see where it's storing the data? Data derivative etcd. Okay. So ls. Okay. This is looks, fill me up. Oh, this doesn't look right. So let's remove that. Minus rf var lib etcd, fill me up. Okay.
There's a large file there, William. What was that? How did that get there?
50 gigabytes.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. So maybe now we have a running control plane. Let's
Well, I
check
think
that.
the permissions are still.
Oh yeah, sorry. So under map, I guess it either could be the keys or the content, but this folder looks okay. So let's check under what is under member. It still looks okay. This does not, so we can do a chmod -r, and then I think it should be 700. What is the something is not okay, then I guess it's the wrong order of the command.
Yeah, but you're about to change the permissions on the files. So 700 would probably be the directory, and then 600, I think, for the files. Because you wouldn't need the executable on the
Oh
files.
yeah. Yeah. So I can change it to 500, right? No, 600.
6, yeah. 6 would be reading right.
Yeah, so let's check if it worked. Okay, that should be fine. And then there was another folder. What was it? Right, I had log, but I guess that wasn't messed with. So, okay, let's check again the etcd and what's going on with the PKE file. So it's etcd PKE. Okay. So ls etc Kubernetes etcd. No. What was that? PKI. And that's CD. Okay, these certificates having too broad access as well, so let's change them as well. So etc Kubernetes etcd and yeah, that should be fine. Okay, that's okay as well. So let's check maybe now itself healed itself or not. We can still refuse. So something is still not okay. So crictl dash help how we can restart the container. Maybe stop. Okay, so
yeah, you could just also remove it and let the kubelet spin up a new one.
okay. So remove RMP. So crictl. Okay, so the pod name is etcd. Okay, so copy and crictl. What was it? RMP.
Yep.
Okay. So it didn't remove it. Or let's check the logs. So less var log pods
Oh, I think you
kube
passed in
system.
the pod name. I don't know if that works or if you need the pod ID.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's try with the ID. Ah, that looks better.
Yeah, it's gone.
It has
and
it
it's
has a
back.
new ID.
There we go.
Yeah, it has a new ID. So let's check the logs again. So etcd 217.
It's running.
It's no space left on device still. So what the heck is going on? df is
So there's this weird thing. It's so annoying
what?
with
So
etcd, and that when an alarm goes, you have to manually clear it. So you're going to need to get etcd control installed and clear the alarm.
okay, but it's still full. So there's something weird going on with this mount. It's 200 megabyte and it's full. Or this is yeah. So this something is sneaky is going on in this libs. So I guess let's check again. Var lib etcd. Maybe there is a so these files, the DB is very big. No, it's 6 megabytes. It's okay, I guess. Let's check the write-ahead logs. The write-ahead logs are big, so I guess we don't really need them anymore. So let's just.
Well, they may not be compacted yet. I wouldn't delete them just yet.
Okay, if you say so.
So there was something interesting there, and I'm not sure, but var lib etcd was a loopback mount. Like we could just unmount it, I think, to remove the 100% usage. Like we'd have to stop etcd, unmount it, and hopefully that would expose the directory from the raw disk. And that's me
Okay.
making some very large assumptions because I have no idea what William's done. But it should. I don't believe it should be a loopback mount. And
okay, we can start stop the etcd. I guess it's not restarting. Oh, no, it's not restarting. Okay, that's good.
I created a new
So
one though.
yeah, so I guess it's U mount, right?
Yeah.
and then var. Switch back to Hungarian keyboard again. I'm using a US English keyboard, so this is the command.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's check the FH again. Okay, so nothing is full anymore. So we can start to run etcd again. So
do you want to check we've still got a etcd database in the location?
Yeah, there was a DB file. It was 6 megabytes or something like that. But we can check again. So what was it? Var lib etcd and then member. No.
Yeah, I was worried that was going to happen.
Yeah, so should. Ow. Shit. I guess. So how we restore the database now?
I think we just go home and say goodbye. So there's going to be a backup somewhere, and that look back mount is going to be on a device somewhere. So we could go old school and maybe run like a find from the root and look for another etcd directory.
William, any idea?
I think that's a good track. I think you'll find something at least.
I mean,
okay,
most people stick stuff in temp or /root, so that I would say we look in there. People aren't very creative when it comes to hiding stuff.
Let's. Okay, so nothing here.
And what about /root? Downloads.
I cannot type today.
No. Okay, that's not ours.
Not here.
I'm now wishing I had suggested that we, debug the loopback mount before removing it, but still, we can find it. So,
yeah.
I mean, if there's no objections, I'm just going to suggest that we do. D.
Okay, there is
var
var local.
Yeah.
So var, let's check that. Okay, loopback file image.
So we're going to have to mount that again to a new location and copy the files over.
Okay, so I need some cheat sheet for that. Mount.
I think we can just do I don't know. Will this work? I don't think I've done this before.
I'm trying. It should be mount.
There we go.
Okay. So now we have to check that whether we have etcd running.
Oh, well, we'll need to.
Yeah, we have to restart it.
Move member first. Var lib. Oh, and we've now got a fresh etcd started. Okay, so we're gonna have to stop the kubelet, stop etcd, delete varlib etcd, and then restore that member directory to the varlib etcd.
Okay, so
You're
so
terrible,
I guess
terrible person, William.
Yeah, he is absolutely stop kubelet service.
And then we have to stop, kill the etcd processes or pods.
Yeah. So etcd is running. There is 2 of them actually, so it's very good. We have 2 of them. So rmp, and then one more. Okay.
So now we can delete varlib etcd.
Yeah.
And then, or just a member directory at least, and copy over. Thanks, William. We appreciate that. William
Yeah,
said in the
so
chat he created other backups just in case we blew away the loop back image.
and this was where is
In the A directory, yeah. So I mounted the loop back to the A directory.
okay.
So you'll need to
Okay.
move a member to var lib c, and that should, yeah, that should hopefully be a working etcd that we should be able to now restart the kubelet and hope for the best. We're
Yeah,
halfway
thanks
through, Adam.
thank you for helping me out. So let's start kubelet. Maybe we will have an actual API server now. So
I hope so.
let's check what is running. So etcd is starting up. Let's check. Let's be hopeful. So kubectl version.
Hey.
We have one. So we can start with K9s. So let's figure out what's going on in this cluster. Okay, so all namespaces. Nothing. Okay. This is weird. We don't have any pods, so let's check nodes. Okay, not ready, not ready. That's always nice to hear. I guess it was intentional. So
kube control get pods all namespaces.
network plugin not ready. CNI plugin not initialized. Okay, so I guess he might have removed. Let's check daemon set. Okay, there is no daemon set, but we also should have it in. So Cilium is there and it's running, or at least seems to be. So let's check with the control plane. So now we have some logs. Let's check again the nodes. Maybe they are self-healing. Okay, now we got something. Good. Okay, so kube scheduler. I guess something fishy is going on it. So I check the config map. Maybe I think that's where. Okay, let's go back to pods and check why it's in crash loop back off. Cannot find kube config to mine into. Okay, so I guess it has been messed with. So I'm actually don't have a cluster with me, but it's very weird that it's expecting a kube config. I think it should not do that.
Yeah, you'll want to go. We'll probably take a look at the static manifest. I would suspect something's been changed.
Yeah, so let's quit and go back to our etc Kubernetes and then where is it? Manifest. And let's check less kube scheduler YAML. So what's going on? So it's mounting up the scheduler conf and nothing else. And I guess it's expecting the kube config. So I actually should check on my cluster because I did not break it that what's going on.
Yeah, you can also peek into that /etc/Kubernetes/scheduler.conf just to see if anything there has been tweaked or changed.
Yeah.
But it's essentially a kube config, so debugging it might be a bit of a pain.
Okay, so it cannot find this, or this is not the right one. So there could be. This doesn't. It looks okay, so something is going on for sure.
You maybe just want to check that IP address.
Yeah, we can check that. So.
Oh no, it's just a bind address, so maybe that's okay.
So this is the kube config. I guess we can.
I mean, we don't need a working scheduler, to be fair.
Yeah, well, obviously we can work around that by assigning manually.
Exactly.
But it would be nicer if you would have one working one. I'm thinking what to do now. So the scheduler doesn't work for some reason, and that's etc Kubernetes scheduler. Maybe the file permission was messed with, so we can check that. It wouldn't be the first one, so this is seems to be okay if it's running as a root container. Let's check that if it's running as a root container. So
oh, there's another message I didn't catch. So it says cannot find the volume. Did you see that? The first line cannot find volume kube config to mount out of the container. So the static manifest must have some sort of volume mount configuration that isn't actually being declared.
yeah, interesting. So let's use the YAML. It's making more sense sometimes. So the mount is so file or create. That's okay, I guess. Read only should be true, and volume. Wait. Volumes host path name kube config and volume month. It's in the container and the name is matching as well. So interesting. Why it cannot mount the volume? So it's always this. What the heck is going on with this? No logs. So only the hash is okay. The mirror pod is okay, and it should mount. Oh, I maybe and it's running on control plane 1, so that should be fine as well.
Yeah, we've got 12 minutes. Why don't we ignore the scheduler and focus on our workload and then look back to the scheduler?
Yeah,
just like you said, we can skip the.
So there is a hello. I guess this is a cron job, so let's delete that. We don't care about this. Sorry, William. Jobs. Okay, that's okay. Now it's cleared up. So let's check. Not ready, not ready. So it's not scheduled and it's completed. So completed is not a pod status. So I guess there should be a job or something like that.
A pod can complete if the process exits with a 0.
Okay, let's check the manifest. So so this is V1 for sure, coming from replica set. Okay, let's check deployment. I cannot type. Okay, so describe. No volume. Now let's check the replica sets. There is only a single replica set, so it has been either cleaned up or something else is going on. And based on the age, something else should be going on. Why it's not ready? So the other nodes were fine.
Yeah,
and the Cilium pod started fine. So that should be okay. Okay, what I'm not sure what we can. Why it's quitting?
So do we have no replica sets at all?
No, we have one replica set. So
okay. So let's try just updating the image to V2.
Sure, we can try that.
You don't sound like that. You don't sound confident that's going to work.
Yeah,
I'm mildly hopeful.
V1. Okay. So let's check clustered pending because we don't have, so should we directly edit the pod?
Yeah, let's do it.
So where is it?
You can just add node name to the spec.
Yeah, here, right?
Yep. It's kata, so the last K is an H.
Ah. Well, I cannot edit this.
Yeah, we'll need to. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, we should be able to change the. I must have the field name. Oh, no, node name is there.
Yeah, it cannot be changed. That's what I hate about pods.
Let's just add it to the deployment. So on the template spec.
Sure. So deploy.
We're not fixing your scheduler, William. There you go.
So let's find where is the pod. So it's here. So pod spec. That's under containers. So pod spec. This is here.
I hate that Vim does that. It's so annoying.
Always forget. Okay. Let's see what's happening with the pod.
There we go.
Container creating. I could check the logs, but it's not my Nginx container that always gives back an internal server error. So
hopefully it's just pulling an image. There we go.
Okay. So we have. Okay, so we have to fix the stateful set as well. So let's put it on the same node. It should be fine. So
I think we may have to delete that pod because it's a stateful set.
Yeah, it won't roll out automatically. Sure.
I'm curious how you got the completed state on that, William. You need to share that with us once we're done. So that's now spinning up. Shall I try and browse to the application?
Yeah, we can. I guess we can check it. Maybe it will work. Maybe it not.
Oh, we got a dance.
Ooh. Oh.
So I could not fix the scheduler, but at least we got there.
Nice
with some almost dead cluster.
Yeah, that was interesting. Like, are there any breaks there that we navigated around there, William, or was the etcd the big one?
The etcd was the big one, yeah. I figured that would be it, and I just did a one-line change on the cube scheduler. I'm pretty sure you guys broke it while messing with etcd, though.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I had one more idea to mess with your cluster, but it did not work either because of 1.22. So
I had some more ideas, but I ran out of time, and that was probably for the best, given how long that took. This was really great.
Yeah, maybe a heads up for future. Cilium currently doesn't support, but there is a nice service property in 1.22 that you can create a service with local internet traffic policy. And that's why there was the taints there, because I tried to do that, but I figured out that Cilium still doesn't support. And because David installed the cluster without kubeproxy, it didn't work, because supposedly with kubeproxy, if I would restore that, it would respect the rules. So
damn me and my kubeproxy free clusters. Sorry about
that. That was a sad thing to happen.
All right. William, tell me, how did you get the completed status on the clustered and Postgres pods?
I have no idea. That is not something I broke.
And people say
yeah.
Kubernetes is hard.
The etcd and compressing that into a small volume and then trying to get it to fill the disk, that was really hard. etcd really didn't want to die. And then I just configured the scheduler to write its config out and die. There's one command line option in there that just, so that's why it was dying. So all the volume stuff, I think, was when you guys were messing with the permissions, because I didn't mess with the permissions anywhere.
STD led us astray. I guess that's what happened there. All right. Well, thank you both, Adam and William. Those were two great clusters, and you both did really well working through that. In fact, I had a pretty much hands-off experience. You both absolutely smashed that. So great job. So
Yeah, it was fun. Thank you, William.
That was a lot of fun.
Joining me. Thank you to Teleport, our sponsor. Remember to go check out rawkode.live/teleport. You've seen us using it today. It's an awesome product. I encourage you all to install it in your clusters. And thank you to everyone who's watching and your comments along the way. We'll be back next week with a couple of members from the Discord community. We have Carlos and Eric. It's going to be another amazing episode. So once again, thank you, Adam. Thank you, William. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you for watching Rawkode Live.